Hello and welcome to Weekly Cooking with Becky. Today we are starting with a recipe starter, shredded beef. Now I'm doing a friend's recipe from work. I'm going to give her all the credit in the description. So make sure you click on more, and it is a print out of her recipe. And I was talking with her and it's literally a recipe starter. And then she goes from there. From this recipe, you can make things like stews, and it just enhances the flavor of the stew. She makes fajitas, she makes burritos, she makes casserole dishes, but she uses this as her base starter. And people have literally loved it, and it just gives a kick. So think about a beef stew in wintertime where you normally add carrots, potatoes, or low carbers, the turnips, and a smidge of carrots, whatever, but you add this instead of some other things. So it just enhances the flavoring. So it's a recipe starter on shredded beef. You could use it for sliders, all sorts of things. So let's get going. So I'm having the recipe because I have a small family. So like I said, the recipe will be posted, but you want a chuck roast, you need a slow cooker. Seasoned salt, and I went and checked how much was in here, and there is not much, so I'm actually going to finish off my container of seasoned salt. Okay, put that on my grocery list. Garlic salt or garlic powder. And pepper. Basically, this is kind of to your heart's desire. Okay, then the rest is basically a dump and go. I had already pre-done these, so they're pre-measured. You'll see the exact measurements, but I'm just putting in my diced, she specifically says Roma. She believes that the flavor of the Roma is better. So I'm going with her. Diced onion. And the 4-ounce cans of diced chili. I don't have a spoon. So for me, she calls for 4. The amount of my chuck roast is not quite half. It's kind of in the middle, so I'm gonna do 2 1/2. Okay, and literally guys, that's it. That's it. It will be a starter, but you've got all those flavorings, and then we're gonna put it on low for 8 hours. You can do high for 4, but I found for shredding, we're gonna shred it. For shredding, I think lower and slower is always best. So we're gonna do low and slow for 8 hours. We'll come back and shred, and then you decide, are you gonna turn it into a stew, a slider, a fajita, a burrito? What are you gonna do with it from there? And I'll show you what we're gonna do with it when we come back in 8 hours. See you then. Okay, so it has been 8 hours and this stuff is so tender and juicy. I mean, you already saw a picture of it. It looks absolutely amazing. So like I said, this is a starter. You could now take this, take it with the juice, whatever. You could turn it into a stew. I would take out a lot of the juice if you were gonna turn it into a stew, and like use beef broth and your carrots, your turnips, or potatoes if you're not low carb, and really turn it into a hearty soup. But you can do a lot of things, like I mentioned earlier, sliders and all that stuff. We are going fajitas tonight. So I have here, I mean, literally, this would be, your dirty keto or totally fine, guilt-free. These are 0 carb, street taco size. There's 3 in a serving, so we're gonna do those. I have salsa off to the side. I've got like cheese and salsa. And over here, I have I don't know if you can see, but I have literally sauteed a bunch of peppers and onions ready to top it. So we're gonna take the tacos and the meat and the peppers and the cheeses and all that stuff, and we're just gonna have some fun with it, and side of berries. But you already saw the picture. I'll give you one last look at all of this. I mean, come on now, just look at that. You can definitely tell it is still so hot, but oh my goodness, it just pulled apart amazingly. Oh, coming in after work today and just smelling it cook was amazing. So here I go. It's hot, but I'm trying to make sure I grab a green pepper and a tomato. There's a piece of onion. Okay. And that green onion is just really, really good. So yeah, I think we're gonna do this tonight. I've been told that if you take those street tacos and you fry them in avocado oil, still a 0 carb, that they actually crisp up flat like a tostada. I think we might do that tomorrow. And then we'll probably have enough for one more night. And I think I might try the sliders, and then we'll be done and I'll move on to some other meal. But guys, use this as a base. And like I said, this was from a friend and she told me I was gonna get hooked on it. She's right. So thank you, Ms. Allred. And her recipe will be linked below, and I put all the nutrition facts in there for that. So really hope you like this. And like I said, use it however you want. Get creative, have some fun. Hope you guys enjoy some shredded beef. All right, see you next time. Bye.